Hello and welcome to the Vicar's Wife's Frugal Life with me, Rhiannon. I am, as I say every time, I am a vicar's wife, a mum, a musician and a teacher and a greyhound owner. How could I forget? So important. Zizi the greyhound. He will have his own feature one day, perhaps maybe his own YouTube channel, for he's a dog with a lot to say. It's a very deep and profound animal. So today I'm going to be sharing my 5 fabulous Friday frugal wins, even though it's Saturday, because I don't like to be restricted to a particular day of the week, especially when I forgot to do it yesterday or I didn't have time or... Anyway, no excuses. Here we go. So my number 1 win is we needed a new Hoover, otherwise known as a vacuum cleaner. We've actually got 2. We've got one of those sort of handheld ones, and then we've got this ancient thing which I was about to give away one day, and then we moved to a vicarage with too many carpets for just the battery of the little one. Anyway, long story short, we brought the other one out of retirement. But both of them have kind of given up the ghost. They're not working, so we thought, right, we're going to need to buy a new Hoover. That's going to be about £150, £200 to get a decent one, because we have a dog, so... and a baby, and sort of all sorts of people coming in and out of the house all the time. So my mum was staying this week, and my mum is very crafty, not in a sort of crafty, but more of a, she's very good at practical things. So I said to her, oh, the Hoover's not working, I'm going to have to buy a new Hoover. And she said, leave it with me. She then proceeded to dismantle both Hoovers, clean out various things that I didn't even know existed, and bada bing bada boom, we have now 2 Hoovers, vacuum cleaners, that work absolutely perfectly. So, big saving right there of at least £150, £200. So really pleased with that. So thank you very much, Mother Llewellyn. Then second frugal win of the week is we went for a trip last weekend to Polesden Lacey, which is a National Trust property, and we had a really nice day out, me, the baby and the dog and the vicar. And instead of buying food out, which is what we'd normally do, we took all our food with us and we had a picnic and took our water bottles, and I'd even decanted some lemonade into a bottle, so it was very nice. The dog got a bit hot, he was not very happy, and for some reason our dog won't drink if he's out of the house. He's a strange beast. It's very, very particular. But anyway, that was a win because we probably saved £30 on sort of sandwiches and ice creams and all that sort of thing. So that was frugal win number 2, was a takeout picnic. Then number 3 was, I saved on dry cleaning. So normally my audition dresses are quite fancy and they're dry clean only. So I've decided, instead of wearing my dry clean only dresses, which tend to get a little whiffy because of all the adrenaline I get before performing and during performing and after performing, instead of wearing them to and from the audition venue, why don't I just get changed at the venue? So for the last few auditions I've been going in just sort of, you know, reasonably smart jeans and shoes and a top. And then I can sort of stretch and really sort of get into character and ease out any knots that I might have gotten through travelling into central London. And then I can change into my outfit, and then I don't have to pay for the dry cleaning, because to be honest, they're not getting dirty, they're just getting a bit whiffy. So if you have any good tips on sort of beating that, then I'd love to know them. But it's not normal day-to-day sweat, it's like fear sweat, essentially, even though I'm not scared. It's just adrenaline because I'm performing. But anyway, right, so that was the third one. That was dry cleaning. And now the 4th one was we had a sort of giant pile of vegetables in the kitchen that I'd planned to do something with a few weeks prior, and then they'd sort of just, I'd forgotten about them, and I was doing that thing when you're thinking of that sort of strange vegetable you don't really like at the back of the cupboard and just going la 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 la, if I just ignore them they'll slowly mould away and then I don't have to do anything with them. It's probably what I was thinking subconsciously. But again, my mum came to stay this week, and what a goddess, made a huge batch of baby-friendly pasta sauce. We are sort of accidentally practising baby-led weaning with our son, because we just hand him food and then he eats it. And apparently that's called baby-led weaning, so actually who knew that I was really fancy and like bang on trend with parenting techniques, oh my goodness. So now we've got a pasta sauce that's got really chunky veg in, and we can just give it to him. And veg otherwise that I wouldn't have particularly wanted to do much with, but in a pasta sauce, fine. So that's been jarred up and put in the freezer, so that's fabulous. Thanks, Mum. So that's number 4. And then number 5 was, oh yes, instead of getting the tube in central London, I've just got on the train into central London, because we have to get the train in from where we live, and then I've just walked to where I needed to go, and just left a bit earlier and walked. It's been fine. It's been nice. Get my step count up for the day, like killing birds with one stone. So it's interesting, of all 5 of those, the Hoover, the picnic, the dry cleaning, not great for the environment, the pasta sauce, getting rid of some food waste, and the skipping public transport, even though obviously public transport is much better than, I don't know, driving a lorry around central London. Those things are all eco as well. So that's something that I really have been excited about, and I share lots of eco things on my Instagram account, that actually being eco normally is quite frugal. So, and instead of buying new exciting products that are eco and wonderful, just look around and see what you already have. So, I don't know if there are any eco Hoovers, vacuum cleaners, but buying a new one of those would have been less eco-friendly than just using the ones we already have, so which have a new life, and now they feel brand new. So, excellent. I highly recommend going on YouTube, look up your Hoover, and see what you can do to make it work better. Life-changing, I mean. My life is so exciting. Right, the frugal fails, however, I've got 2 major ones. Number 1, when I had announced that I was doing my June £50 grocery budget challenge, a local friend had got in touch and she said they were going on holiday and they had a load of fresh food they weren't going to use by the time they went on holiday. Would I like to go and pick it up? And I said, yes, please, that'd be marvellous. However, it was the evening, I then forgot, or I was busy, I can't even remember. And then in the morning I had to leave really early to get to a recording session. And by the time I got back, they'd already left, which seems really obvious now that I say it, but anyway, totally my fault. And I missed out on an opportunity of a bag of free food, which would have been great, but never mind. It has inspired me, however, to sign up to one of those apps to go and pick up food that people don't want or don't need or is going to be thrown out, because, again, that's an eco-friendly thing, and I could just sort of hop around the neighbourhood on my bike, sort of getting everyone's, like, slightly mouldy aubergines. And then my second frugal fail, was a massive fail and just makes me want to cry a little bit with frustration. I went to go and see someone. I parked on a single yellow line. I thought a single yellow line meant you can park there for half an hour. But apparently the rest of the world knows that that's not what it means. So I got a parking ticket. It's £130. If I pay it within 14 days, it's £65. And normally, well, I say normally, I've only ever had a parking ticket once, and I contested it. And I contested it in a very humorous way, because it wasn't really my fault that I had a parking ticket. It was, anyway, won't go into that. Oh, I need some therapy maybe for that. But this was definitely my fault, and it was just my own stupidity. So, yeah. But the savings I've made through not having to buy a Hoover, making up a batch of about 15, 20 baby meals from ingredients we just had lying around that were about to go out of date, not paying for dry cleaning, and saving on a few tube journeys, that's easily triple or quadruple what the parking ticket was. So you win some, you lose some, but as long as you keep winning, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. What are your frugal fails? But more importantly, what are your frugal wins? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, please hit like. I'm definitely someone who needs validation from others, so please like me, that would be lovely. If you're having a bit of parking ticket grief, I recommend you look up the Joe Lycett sort of comedy, stand-up comedy routine about a parking ticket. It is absolutely laugh out loud funny. He's a very funny man. So I hope you have a really good week. I hope it is frugal. Let me know if you have any questions, and just have a great week. So I think that's it. Are there any minutes? Any excuses? I'm not sure. But anyway, goodbye.